Hi everyone, and welcome to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who enjoy drinking and discussing anime. I'm Stephanie.
And I'm Hannah, and we'll be watching Ouran High School Host Club. And just fair warning, we will be watching this as a dub and not a sub. Don't come at us. Other disclaimer is that there will be spoilers, so if you don't want to be spoiled, pause and watch the episode yourself and then come back and listen along. We will also be going over explicit content and we'll probably say some pretty explicit things, so listener, beware, and it's to your own discretion.
We hope you enjoy. Pour yourself a drink and join us. Hey everyone, welcome to Baka Bitches. We are two 30-something-year-olds who love talking about anime and drinking.
And drinking.
And drinking and talking about anime.
Ooh.
And talking about anime and drinking and recording a podcast.
Whoa, that is a lot to do at one time.
It does feel that way at this moment. What are we drinking tonight, Hannah?
Well, Stephanie, I have made...
You have made.
I have made.
You've made.
I have made. It really, it's a very simple little thingy thing.
Uh-huh.
And it's 2 shots of whiskey.
Whiskey.
And then half a bottle of Jones green apple soda.
Oh, and the most important ingredients?
Ice?
An excessively long straw.
Oh,
you guys need to see this drink. I have taken a picture of this drink, and this drink is like 80% straw. The straw, straw is so excessive.
First of all.
Tell me your first of all.
First of all.
Okay,
you guys keep your straws way up high. And those were the first 2 that I could reach.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Good. First of all. What's the second of all?
Second of all, your straws are put way too high.
Oh, got it. Heard. Okay. Third of all?
Third of all, I'm short.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So for reference, you guys, our drinks are in a mason type jar.
Yeah.
It's like a mason jar with a handle.
Yeah, it's got handles.
It's your very standard sized mason jar.
Yeah.
With a straw that protrudes. even at an angle, the straw protrudes at least to double the height of this cup.
Listen, I can't reach your other straw.
I keep almost poking myself in the eyeball as I go to
Listen, that sounds like a dexterity problem for you.
No, that is true. It definitely is. But otherwise, flavor's quite good. Mm-hmm. It honestly, I don't know what words to put to it, but it ain't bad.
Yeah, no, like I think it's really good. But I think this is very much like a fall kind of drink. You know, you could get that like green apple. It kind of reminds me like of those. Have you ever had the green apple caramel suckers?
Oh.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me a little bit of that. So I just think fall.
It does.
A little bit.
It's definitely reminiscent of that. I was going to say like a spiked Jolly Rancher.
Yeah. That too, because they have the apple
green
ones.
apple.
Mm-hmm.
That's mostly what I got. Okay.
Yeah.
So, episode 22.
Yes.
Which, surprisingly, I guess not surprisingly, I don't have many notes on this. And it's not because this was not a good episode.
Sure.
It was such a good episode that I don't have many notes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, episode 22. Mori has an apprentice candidate.
Woo!
Woo! Okay. So I was already giggling just having read the first sentence here, so let's see how much of this I can get through.
All right.
When the son of a gangsta.
Gangsta. It's not gangster, it's gangsta.
Well, that's how I'm reading it.
Okay.
When the son of a gangsta.
Son of a gangsta.
Ritsu seeks out Mori for tips on how to change his scary appearance and gain friends. The host club jumps at the opportunity to assist. As they do.
As they do.
They constantly misspeak Casanoda's name by calling him Casanova and Bossa Nova.
Bossa Nova. I love that.
It's not even close, but I do really love it too. As well as dress him in ridiculous outfits.
Yeah.
When Casanova meets Haruhi, he's attracted to her, which leads to confusion about his sexuality, since he believes her to be a boy. When two rival gang members attempt to hurt Casanova, Honey and Mori intervene. The thugs demand that Tetsuya...
Sure. Absolutely. Do you want me to look at it?
Nope.
And
Nope. The thugs demand that Tetsuya Senodo, one of Casanoda's fellas, be returned. But Tetsuya appears and demands they leave before sharing with the host how he came to serve his young lord. Casanova is touched by everyone's goodwill and goes to find Haruhi, who is changing in the music room, of course. And just like Tamaki, he learns about Haruhi's gender by accident because it takes her 18 minutes to put a blouse onto her body.
Yup. She's a slow undresser.
I mean, she's a slow pretty much everything.
You're right.
So this is
consistent.
it's not surprising.
It's consistent for her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, this was an episode. Where do we even want to start with this one?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. You were like,
I already thought we were done. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Okay, goodbye.
Okay. So, in my notes, my 4 bullet points.
Oh.
Scene opens with young lord. Let's start there. Because I felt like he had a very demanding presence just as he walked through his crowd of servants, I guess.
Yeah, followers, subordinates,
Helpers,
grunts.
whatever.
Yeah.
Worshippers. So he just kind of marches out of his little shrine home while everyone bows and worships him. Young lord, young lord, young lord.
Yeah,
and then he turns around and his face is jacked as fuck.
Yeah, truly he has the face of a grown man. Like a very haggard grown man.
Okay, yeah.
No, you don't. It's fine.
I don't know what his face looks like.
He doesn't have a boyish, like what we're used to for this series.
Yeah, it's very un-high schooler.
Yeah, very...
It's like he's seen some shit, and he done some shit.
He looks like a true 30-something-year-old millennial male just trying to survive.
Okay, yep, fair. It's like how I look and feel every day rolling out of bed.
Same. I got those same bags under my eyes.
Heard.
I really do.
Yeah, I wake up with that same hair.
Yeah. It's just all over the place, red for some odd reason. It's fine. Yeah, he's one of those characters where he looks really menacing, but turns out he's just a big little softie.
As they really all are.
As they really all are. And I know as we were watching it, I mentioned, oh yeah, he reminds me of another character.
Yes.
From another anime who is very much looked at on the outside as the school bully, the thug, the gangster, but really just the sweetest little cinnamon roll that doesn't know what's happening.
On the inside.
Yeah, and I would say that I'm just going to call him Bossa Nova because I like that the best.
Yeah, for sure.
Bossa Nova, just, he exudes that. So you look at him and he looks really angry and mean, but really he really doesn't even want to do any of this gangster stuff that he was born into. He just wants to, as he says multiple times, he literally just wants to kick a can around with his friends.
Yeah, what kind of game is this? I don't understand kick the can game.
It's literally what you do with your friends when you don't have an actual ball to kick
where
around.
Where are you kicking it to?
Your friends. And they'll
How
kick
do you
it back.
win?
I don't think there's really winner or loser. You just kick it around.
Okay.
Yeah, literally. I mean, kick the can is pretty... I mean, I could Google it. Do you want me to Google it?
I do.
Okay. I can do that for you.
Find the literal rules of kick the can.
How to play...
Kick the can.
Kick the can.
You know, the one that I do know that I've seen, which I'm not saying anyone should do, is kick the baby.
No, what?
Don't kick the baby. I know you haven't seen South Park, but
no, I have not.
It was like from episode 1. It was like, "Come here, Ike, kick the baby. Don't kick the baby." So he kicks the baby, and the baby goes flying.
Yeah, that is.
So I'm wondering if the rules of kick the can are similar to kick the baby.
Okay, so here's what I found, and this is on the website.
And guys, please don't kick your babies. You can kick other people's babies, but not your own. Just kidding. Don't do that either.
Okay,
especially
this
don't do that.
podcast does not support violence.
Actually, the opposite. You can kick your own babies, not any
other
babies.
Just kick cans. Just anyone's
fine,
can.
Hannah.
It's fine.
Let's just kick cans.
Okay, and so this is what I found on Project Play. ProjectPlaybooks.com.
Okay.
And I have not pre-read this, so it might be just as much of a surprise to me as everyone else.
I hope it is.
Okay, rules.
Okay.
Play kick the can with 3 or more friends in an outdoor area that has places to hide day or night.
Okay.
The object of the game is to put all the players in jail, capturing them by identifying them in the...
Where's the can?
Yeah, where is the can? I am
don't think
surprised.
This is the right game.
No, but it's okay. It's right under play kick the can. Okay, so I'm gonna continue to read this.
Okay.
We're just gonna go with it.
All right.
The object of the game is to put all the players in jail, capturing them by identifying them in their hiding spots. Once a player is jailed, the only way to be freed is for another player to beat it, the person, to the can and kick it. I just thought you just ran around and kicked a can to each other.
This has a lot more rules and structure than I had imagined it would.
Same. This is complicated. As a kid, I'd be like, I'm out.
I already couldn't play it as a kid because I didn't have 3 friends.
Same. So, I only had 2 friends.
Okay.
Actually, that really hasn't changed outside of, the friends are different.
What do you mean? I'm a friend. We're 50% of the friends.
I know.
We collectively only need one more person.
That's true. I'm just saying. Okay.
Does anyone out there want to be our friend?
Yeah. Friends?
Play kick the can with us?
Yeah. And apparently we go to jail?
Well, you don't have to. Just, it depends on how the can gets kicked.
I guess. I mean, that almost is starting to sound like a euphemism.
I don't mind. Put me in jail. Then I could get
I've
shit
been a
done.
bad girl.
In peace. Oh, also that.
Also that.
So naughty. Okay.
So anyways, our guy, Bossa Nova, really just wants to kick a can with some friends.
Because he wants a dirty girl.
He does. He wants to put handcuffs on said dirty girl, take her to jail. You know what I'm saying?
No. Will you show me?
Yeah. Yeah. That's for our live stream. Oh.
Yes. For our OnlyFans.
Jeez, all these people are like, where are they? Where are they?
We are
doing all these searches.
We are our own OnlyFans.
Truly, I am my only fan.
Listen, you're not wrong. Same.
Okay, so
He wants to play kick the can. He's a simple soul.
Very simple. And so he goes to Mori-Senpai, or Takashi, as we mainly know him. Mm-hmm. And because Takashi is very much the strong, silent type, he can be intimidating technically, but he really just gets a lot of attention and a lot of love and whatever with the school. Like, no one hates Mori-Senpai. And so Bossa Nova goes to Mori and is like, I want to be your apprentice. I want to learn from you because everyone is scared of my face and I can't help that I look like this. And I need your guidance so I can start making friends and we can play kick the can.
I mean, I feel like I can already identify with this character so much.
Oh, really?
Well, just because of the fact of how many times I've had to apologize to people and be like, no. I don't disagree with anything you're saying. That's just my face. I'm really sorry.
Like, this is my face on resting mode.
Like, even not on resting mode. Like, I'm trying to look happy and delighted. But
like really trying.
My face just looks like this. I'm so sorry.
It's fine. It's fine.
I feel like I have to have this conversation with people like once a week, like different people.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. Like even people that like have known you?
I mean, probably known in the sense of like 1 to 6 months.
Oh, okay.
Where I'm still trying to like acclimate them to my face.
And be like, no. I feel like by month 2, at least, you would like, at least I caught on anyways, where it's like, oh yeah, that's literally, like, I get it, because I know I can come off as like unenthusiastic when I really am. I just don't like get super hyped, you know?
I feel hyped.
Sure.
But my face, I guess, doesn't look it.
Yeah, and so I'm like, okay, like, I get it.
This is just stupid.
I'm like, I get it. Okay. So I think, like, 6 months, like, they must be really dense if they don't get that by then.
Or my face is just really, really conflicting them.
No, it's fine. No, I don't.
Yeah, no, so I can understand trying to, like, seek outside assistance.
Sure.
For this problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very mature of him.
Yeah, because, you know, he's like, this is not helping my day-to-day life and what I want to do. Like, yeah, perfect face for a gangster mob family and being the son of the boss makes sense, but also still not what he desires out of life, which fair.
Yeah. So Host Club takes on the mission of, quote, turn Bossa Nova into an angel. And so Tamaki, I feel like, came up with more than one solution, but the most prominent one was, like, look at Mori. Like, so stoic, but has cute little honey senpai to offset. It's like the balance.
Balances it out.
And we need your balance.
Yeah. And unfortunately, we can't rent Honey Senpai too. Because he's already being rented out by Mori-Senpai. that was a little surprising. Funny. That was interesting. That was a funny scene. Because then Honey Senpai starts like crying and freaking out and is like, you're renting me, Takashi? You're renting me? And Takashi doesn't even know what to do. He's just panicking. He's like, he doesn't even say anything. But he's just there panicking because it's not true. I mean, they're cousins. You don't rent your cousin. Unless you do. It's fine.
I mean, we've seen a lot weirder kinks.
True.
In this anime so far than renting out a cousin.
True, that's like the least
offensive thing that we've seen, really.
Yeah, at this point, for sure. So our boy Bossa Nova, he decides to go along with everything because he's just that desperate. And of course, the host club takes it to just a physical surface level, and they're like, okay, well, we can do changing your appearance. And the one attempt that they do, he comes out way worse looking than when he went in.
Yeah, he looked super fucked up.
Like it did not.
And we know that they know how to give a good makeover.
Yeah.
Look what they did with Haruhi.
Yeah, they can get her.
Were they just intentionally clowning with Bossa Nova?
I almost feel like
it. What's happening there?
Tamaki is just like, twins take over this makeover. So if it's the twins, then they're up to some shenanigans.
And they had to because they were already also jealous.
Yeah. Yeah. So they gotta do their mischievous thing. And so I assume that's what it is instead of a legit try at trying to make him more presentable and less mean and whatnot. But that didn't help. He just ended up looking way weirder. And even when he got home, everyone, all the subordinates were like, what happened? This is bad. What else did they try? They tried putting cat ears on him.
Yes. To make him look more adorable.
Yeah, more nice and friendly. And no, that didn't work. And then they were just like, you might as well put on the homemade cat outfit. And so at that point, one of the subordinates, I guess you could technically say it was kind of like a second-hand, not second-hand, right-hand kind of guy, kind of a little bit higher in the ranks, comes by the school for whatever reason to talk to his boss, Bossa Nova. And that's when he walks into the music room and sees that his boss man is dressed as a Neko maid.
Sexy.
So something. So something.
Sexy.
Was it?
I don't know.
Were you here for it?
What is your descriptor? One word.
Of what? Like
the scene that unfolded.
Interesting.
Interesting. Okay.
I mean, that's a very generic word for me. But, I mean, I don't know what the thought was for the host club to do that to begin with, because putting on
it was
a dress for him
choice for them
just to match. Yeah, it wasn't gonna work.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah.
So the fact that they did this and it bombed so badly,
it's
is a little sus.
Yeah, I don't know if they were just toying with him or, yeah, because usually their efforts end up a little bit better than this, and so. After that kind of weird incident where his, I don't even know what to call him, right-hand man guy runs into him as he's dressed in a maid outfit. He just is like, oh, I'm done, and he runs away. And that's when we go to a cutscene where Bossa Nova's sitting on the steps of the school in some sort of nice garden pond area thing, and he has this little box, and he opens the lid, and it's a sweet little sparrow that he's been nursing back to health after an injury.
It did make my ovaries hurt a little bit.
I know. I was like,
so cute.
That's adorable. That's adorable.
Yeah, for sure.
And that's when Haruhi appears. and is like, oh, what you got in the box? Oh, it's a sparrow.
Is it a dick in a box? I haven't
my
seen
dick
one
in
of
a
those.
box. One, make her open that box. Okay, anyways.
Yeah.
So, they have like a little bit of a conversation. It's like, oh yeah, this is definitely, as the viewer, you see, oh yeah, he really is just a big softie. And it really has nothing to do with his appearance. It's just people don't know that he's really like this. And if they got to know him, everything would go smoothly. Because, looks are only so much to a person. Mm-hmm. And then that's when these two other Gangster Academy boys appear out of nowhere. And mind you, these two have actually appeared early on in the series.
When?
This was Renge's first appearance episode.
Uh-huh.
And you know how she was doing all of that movie stuff?
Yes.
Uh-huh. And she got two boys from the school to play the thugs because they looked it. Oh. Surprise, surprise, they were actually thugs and they're actually really mean. Because they were trying to...
Good casting, Renge.
Yeah.
Nailed it.
Yeah.
Heard.
So, Haruhi, you were wrong. So anyway...
Amazing.
Wow. Yeah. So it turns out they are actually really mean gangster guys that were actually after Bossa Nova. Because throughout the episode, there was moments where Mori pushed Bossa Nova out of the way because of really big, heavy falling plants were coming down from the roof. And, trying to greatly injure or murder Bossa Nova. So they figured out it's these two thugs who were saying that Bossa Nova and his family kidnapped a guy that used to hang with them and release him and blah blah blah, typical gangster bullshit. And that's when our right hand man comes back. And they're like, it's you. And the two thug guys were saying, that's our friend that you kidnapped. And this right-hand man guy is like, no, I literally left you guys because I don't want to hang out with you guys. You guys suck. And then they go into the backstory of this guy as a younger version, more or less having a fight with his dad, who is a boss of another syndicate. Gosh.
Wow, good word.
I know. Sometimes. And he has a fight with his boss dad and decides to leave the family and ends up on the street. And he's saying, no one even glanced at me while I was just on the street in the pouring rain, except for you, Bossa Nova. And, it was a scene where Bossa Nova is in middle school and shorter hair and is giving his umbrella to hold over this complete stranger at that time to shield him from the rain. And right-hand man dude is like, yeah, that's when I knew what type of person you were. And that's why I wanted to go with you and be part of your family and whatnot. And, it became this really touching scene. And they come back to the present. And right-hand man guy's like, you want to play kick the can? And Boston was like, hell yeah. I'm not wrong.
Yes. No, yeah.
Yeah, I've explained this beautifully. But yeah, that's like more or less wraps up the episode, which is kind of, as I said, because I've mentioned the 2 other gangster boys that were in the previous episodes. So it's another episode of, like, you can't really judge a book by its cover, but because they've now put these 2 thug high schoolers as actual thug high schoolers, I guess maybe you can. It just really depends. Is the moral of the story. Sometimes you judge a book by a cover, sometimes you don't.
Sometimes cheetah doesn't change its stripes.
Yeah.
That. Understood. That was the wrong thing.
That's fine. I got it.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying.
Sometimes, there's redeeming factors. Sometimes there's things you don't always see. In this case, it was exactly the way it looked.
It really was.
Yeah, that's the end of the story.
That's it. That's
minus
Bossa
Nova running to go and tell Haruhi a thing.
Yeah. I forgot that point.
That's the most important
point. Because Bossa Nova has been throughout the episode like, am I gay? Because that's Haruhi. Looks like a girl, but like is a guy. Is a guy.
They're in the host club. Yeah.
Yeah.
So my question to you, Hannah.
Oh, you have a question. Okay.
Of course I have a question for you.
Yeah.
When you are sensually putting on a shirt, how many minutes does it take you?
Like a good 15.
Yeah. that's fair.
Yeah. I mean,
Because I liked the fact that she had her blouse like up above her head.
Yeah.
And instead of just quickly pulling her shirt on when the door opened, instead she like kept her arms up with her blouse over her head and was like, close the door. Please. Or, for 1 second, just finish the job.
Yeah.
Be like, shirt on, NBD. Move on.
And then be like, what the heck, bro? But
I wouldn't even be like, what the heck? I'd just pull on my shirt and be like, yes.
Yes.
Can I help you, Daddy?
Would you call Bossa Nova Daddy?
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, you would?
I love a good bad boy.
Same.
Especially if they're a bad boy, but not really a bad boy.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm here for the not bad boy.
It's a very specific type of bad boy.
It is so specific,
okay.
But I'm very here for that.
Here's what it is. I want a bad boy that's only bad for everyone else.
Yes.
Good for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the best of both worlds.
Truly.
Such a bad boy, but then when you get him alone, you could just be like, yes, Daddy.
Yeah, absolutely.
What a good boy. And then just have him wagging his little daddy tail for you. I'm so here for that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
Yeah. Now I'm just thinking about daddies. It's fine.
That's all I ever think about is daddies.
Same.
Awesome.
I think
Tell
that's
us about your daddies.
Yeah, go on in excruciating detail.
As much detail as possible.
Please.
No detail should be spared.
Absolutely. We're your friends. Don't worry about it.
Baka, bye.